This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Longhorns will kick this deep to start us off. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incompletion makes it second down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, this is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. Punt team ready to boot it away.
Number 15, on to punt it away.
And it's taken at the 45. And the coverage team able to bring him down.
And the Texas offense will take over. First and 10.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's across the 25. Touchdown, Longhorns. And they grab the early lead. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground.
And your Alabama Crimson Tide will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
The offense now operating in empty. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback looking to scramble. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Makes a quick grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Quarterback keeps the football. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
And every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out in the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
Caught quickly. Breaking free at the 35. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Handoff here from the shotgun. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go.
Now, a fourth down.
And the coach leaves his offense on the field to go for this one, needing to get a first down. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about that defensive front and the linebackers collapsing down on the football? You would think that the quarterback sneak is a safe call, an easy call to get the yards that you need, but not with that push by that defensive line.
He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Now a on second down here. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. Longhorns will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last possession, they passed on a field goal attempt, but got stopped on fourth down. Let's see how they play this one. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Second down. So after the incompletion, it's second down. It's a shotgun run call. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. That's a design quarterback keeper. He's got it now inside the 15. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
A handoff from the shotgun. A quick juke. He's got room looking for the end zone. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. He runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Runner shows toughness and will, refusing to be brought down, ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down this ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders, or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
Getting set to kick the ball out now. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Texas. He will score. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there as far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go, and then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching it.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Back onto the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. They'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
2nd down after that previous play. The back's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And he's out of bounds here on the return. Set it down for the offense. 1st down. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They'll run it here. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9. Quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. The tight end has got it. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for 4th down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going. The Longhorns pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the tailback's got it again. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. And he drops back in the gun. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns.
And I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, it's a touchdown.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. He's running out of time here. And a sophomore making an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And the defense wraps him up.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Crucial 3rd down play after that completion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a 4th down now.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the 1st down.
Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown. An electrifying play, Kirk. He was just a better athlete than the guys trying to stop him on that coverage team.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by this returner. But let's also not forget the blocks. Some key blocks there that set this return up and eventually got him into the end zone.
And the extra point makes it a 28-7 game. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
And now the handoff. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's an out route, the catch made. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Alabama comes up with the line quickly.
Offense facing 4th down.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Contact as he threw it. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Eludes a tackle. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. They've got him after a 7-yard gain. It's a 2nd and 3.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. 2nd down, looking to throw it. Dunks it down to the back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. Alabama now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on first down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. They'll run it from the gun. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. On 3rd down, it's a handoff. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. The offense going with the hurry up. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Launching one to the end zone. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. And they get the second half started with a running play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Quarterback escapes the pocket. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting in the way of that and knocking it away.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
You know, Chris, this offense has had a big day today. That first half, they seemed to be moving the ball, and almost every time they had a possession, they were putting points up on the board. Now to start this third quarter, they don't convert here on third down. They have so much confidence. I would be shocked to see them still go for this here.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Last possession, they went for it on fourth down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality is seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Bringing pressure. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down. That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth. Longhorns will have to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Airing this one out toward the sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. That's really where we are. Anymore with Alabama, you just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. They'll try to run for the first down. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on the reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for it.
Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Tries to get loose on the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. Fresh set of downs. 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. It's a quick grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Tied. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And the point after is good. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has to recover. Looks like the hands team did its job. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
14.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Play action here on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. On the run, he'll let it go. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see. Kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
First play of the quarter, offense setting up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And then first down, right back to the running game. You make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. The ball is picked off. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Finds an open target on the left side. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Alabama comes up with the line quickly.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And the senior calls his own number, keeps this drive moving. Here's a 1st and 10 play.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up a 3rd down.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Complete to the running back, but can he get there? They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a 4th down conversion with that pass.
2nd down play coming up.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys in bounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Quick throw, the catch is made. 0 running room, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And they keep this drive going, trying to convert on 3rd down now. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that run didn't go anywhere here on 3rd down. It'll bring up 4th down. And right now, late in the game, they've got to go for this. They've got to call their best 4th and short play and hope to keep the sticks moving.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going. The defense backed up against their own end zone.
Gaucho! Griffin!
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Quarterback doesn't see anybody open. Kirk says, no, I'll just do this myself.
How about this? What a luxury. Anytime you can make something happen, even when all the receivers are covered, everything's taken away, you take it yourself. And good luck to the defense trying to stop that.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to recover the football. Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Longhorns will line up to punt it away. And the punt will land in the end zone for a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
Just excellent execution here by the offense. They've set themselves up nicely now into the red zone to see if they can come up with a touchdown.
1st down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lofting it toward the left sideline. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
And the running back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Same tailback, another carry. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. The Longhorns will line up to boot it away. Now the kicking team has called for a timeout before the kickoff. Longhorns will bring their punt team on the field now. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the returner will be brought down. Back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And that pass is incomplete, trying for an oh-by-the-way touchdown, but it's no good.